A Russian commander confidently briefs his motorized unit, tracing routes on a map. He believes the corridor is secure. He's wrong. Every movement, every pattern has been watched and memorized. Across the battlefield, Ukrainian Azov snipers receive orders, take positions and wait for the motorcycles. What follows is tactical perfection, the deadly result of months of intelligence gathering. This isn't luck. Behind every shot lies extensive reconnaissance work that transforms raw intelligence into precision execution. These snipers know the route better than the Russians traveling on it. Here's where precision becomes everything. One shot counts. One shot must take down one enemy. There's absolutely no room for error, no spray and pray, just surgical precision. One bullet, one target. Notice the discipline here. Each shot is prepared to eliminate one threat, not just wound or slow down. This moment reveals the preciousness of ammunition in modern conflict. Several motorcyclists fall, but here's the sobering reality. Only a few. Dozens more are racing behind them on different routes, and the battle is far from over. Just days ago, the Donetsk battlefield witnessed something extraordinary. Reports emerged that a Ukrainian sniper from the elite Ghost unit successfully targeted 2 Russian soldiers from nearly 4 kilometers away. A shot claimed to be a new world record, but there's no time to celebrate. Back on the same route, Ukrainian Azov snipers are positioning themselves again, this time targeting motorcyclists entering the dense forest cover. But wait, the sniper success is only part of a much larger operation. The Azov unit doesn't stop at kill shots. As the Russian motorized convoy begins moving along their memorized route, Azov launches something game-changing: several hunting drones into the air. These small, high-speed machines serve triple duty: reconnaissance, target marking, and rapid-fire attack platforms. They pinpoint Russian motorcyclist positions and beam coordinates directly to ground units. The motorcyclists, suddenly ambushed from above, face an impossible choice as drones relentlessly pursue them before they can reach their rally points. Before the Russian motorcyclists even moved out, their armored vehicles had already cleared the path, or so they thought. Russian tanks were supposed to ensure safe passage for the vulnerable motorcycle units. But here's the twist. The Ukrainian Azov drone unit was monitoring those armored vehicles too. One by one, Russian tanks are eliminated. Ukrainian Azov drones systematically destroy Russian armored vehicles, turning what should have been protective cover into burning metal. On Ukraine's brutal eastern front, the Azov unit continues strengthening its defenses with technology that has become the ultimate symbol of modern warfare. These forces have reportedly intercepted and eliminated multiple Russian armored vehicles attempting to breach defenses around Pokrovsk and Avdiivka. These devastating attacks were executed using locally manufactured FPV drones, armed with small but incredibly accurate payloads. Drones are now our eyes, ears, and hands. One drone operator told Ukrainska Pravda with unmistakable pride. We don't just see the enemy. We cut off their paths one by one. The Azov unit has added an entirely new dimension to its defensive capabilities, with high-speed drones controlled directly from the perimeter. Footage shows Russian armored vehicles being hit by FPV strikes while attempting to penetrate open roads, erupting in flames before ever reaching Ukrainian infantry positions. Beyond attacking ground targets, Azov drones patrol the eastern sector's borders, ensuring no surprise infiltrations occur under cover of darkness. Operators often detect enemy movement several kilometers away, well before any physical contact, giving ground forces precious time to prepare counterattacks. Defense analysts from the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, highlight that drones give Ukraine a crucial tactical advantage: low production costs, devastating effectiveness, and remarkable flexibility. It's no longer about who has more tanks. It's about who can see and attack faster, ISW noted. For Ukraine, drones represent far more than weapons. They're symbols of resilience. These small tools keep vast borders secure. And for Azov troops on the Donetsk front lines, the sky is a digital shield, ensuring their land remains theirs. The idea of using drones in conflict zones isn't actually new. but their application as primary combat weapons has only truly exploded in the last decade, particularly following conflicts in Syria, Nagorno-Karabakh, and ultimately Ukraine. The origins trace back to 1916, when American engineer Charles Kettering developed the first unmanned aircraft, the Kettering Bug. Although it failed to achieve widespread use during World War I, the concept of pilotless aircraft began capturing military imagination worldwide. The modern combat drone concept emerged in the early 2000s when the United States deployed the MQ-1 Predator in Afghanistan and Iraq for reconnaissance and precision strikes. This revolutionary platform birthed a new understanding. The future battlefield would be dominated not by tanks, but by aerial cameras and digital signals. A seismic shift occurred after the 2022 Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, where Azerbaijan used Turkish-made Bayraktar TB2 drones to obliterate Armenian defense systems with shocking efficiency. Since then, countless nations began urgently reassessing their military strategies, including Ukraine. When Russia launched its full-scale invasion in February 2022, Ukraine faced an enemy with overwhelmingly superior military might. Tech volunteers and Ukrainian defense forces began building their own drones, modifying commercial models with attack capabilities. This is how the now famous FPV revolution was born. At first, we just wanted to see if a Ego drone could carry grenades, one Azov drone operator told Ukrainska Pravda. Now, it can destroy tanks. The Ukrainian government officially established the Army of Drones program in mid-2022, an ambitious initiative training thousands of operators and producing thousands of drones monthly. What was once considered experimental has transformed into the backbone of the country's defense strategy. Research institutions like the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, and the Royal United Services Institute, USI, observed that over the past 2 years, Ukraine has essentially become a living laboratory for drone-based warfare, a place where century-old ideas have finally crystallized into strategic reality. Drones are no longer supplementary to warfare. They're core tactical elements. From the desert sands of Iraq to the golden wheat fields of Donetsk, history demonstrates how one simple idea, flying a pilotless aircraft over enemy lines, has completely transformed modern warfare. And in today's Ukrainian skies, that idea continues evolving faster, smarter, and more deadly than ever before. Modern warfare is no longer determined solely by tanks and artillery shells, but by small, unmanned machines dominating the skies. Drones, from its initial concept 100 years ago to its current status as a primary weapon in the Ukrainian arsenal, this technology has fundamentally altered global conflict dynamics. The drone concept actually dates to World War I, when American scientist Charles Kettering created that pilotless aircraft called the Kettering Bug. However, the idea only truly took flight in the early 2000s, when the United States and NATO deployed MQ-1 Predator and MQ-9 Reaper drones for reconnaissance and precision strike operations across the Middle East. Since then, drones became NATO's indispensable eyes in the sky, monitoring enemy movements, gathering critical intelligence, and protecting Allied airspace from sudden threats. Programs like the Alliance Ground Surveillance, AGS, in Italy, utilizing the RQ-4D Phoenix, can monitor areas exceeding 100,000 square kilometers in a single mission. This advanced surveillance technology has become the foundation for drone strategies in numerous countries, including Ukraine. When the Russian invasion began in February 2022, Ukraine's leadership recognized a harsh truth. They wouldn't win with conventional weapons alone. With limited conventional forces, they began searching for smart solutions, and the answer emerged from inexpensive, homemade drones. Initially, these were simply FPV units modified from commercial products. But thanks to incredible citizen initiative, dedicated technicians, and robust government support, Ukraine now boasts a thriving national drone industry. Through the Army of Drones program, more than 200 domestic companies are manufacturing thousands of drones monthly. Companies like Drone.ua, Hooker Systems, and Veyri Group have developed variants ranging from attack and reconnaissance models to long-range kamikaze drones. These platforms can carry explosive payloads up to 2.5 kilograms and strike targets at speeds exceeding 150 kilometers per hour. We're talking about weapons costing hundreds of dollars, capable of destroying tanks worth millions. That's asymmetric warfare at its finest. While NATO hasn't deployed combat drones directly into Ukraine, intelligence from NATO and US air surveillance systems has played an absolutely crucial role. Drones like the MQ-9 Reaper and RQ-4 Global Hawk operate over the Black Sea and eastern Poland, gathering invaluable information on terrain characteristics and Russian troop movements. This intelligence flows through Allied communications channels, helping Ukraine coordinate ground and air attacks with dramatically improved accuracy. Defense analysts call this non-combat coordination, where data from NATO drones provides Ukraine with significant strategic advantages without directly involving Allied forces on the battlefield. On the eastern flank, elite units like the Azov regiment have become the most active and innovative users of FPV drone technology. They don't just operate reconnaissance drones to detect enemy movements. They launch coordinated attack drones targeting Russian motorized convoys and armored vehicles across Donetsk and Zaporizhia. According to detailed field reports, Azov operates a sophisticated multi-layered drone network: reconnaissance, attack, and artillery fire direction. One small drone marks an enemy position, while the next FPV drone immediately strikes that target with lethal precision. Every airborne shot should mean a downed target, one Azov operator declared in a local interview, capturing the unit's exacting standards. With this powerful combination of tactical training, NATO intelligence data, and local drone innovation, units like Azov function as Ukraine's digital shield. Every single day, they monitor airspace, repel ground attacks, and ensure defensive areas remain secure against Russian armored infiltration attempts. Today's war in Ukraine isn't just about physical combat. It's fundamentally about technology and the speed of adaptation. Ukraine has proven that innovation can successfully counter great power advantages. A small drone, born from civil-military cooperation, has become a powerful symbol of national resilience and ingenuity. From giant NATO drones surveilling European skies to small garage-built FPVs flying over Donetsk, one elegantly simple idea has transformed into the most effective air defense and offensive system of the modern era. The sky is no longer just a domain for flying, it's the new battlefield, and Ukraine is writing the playbook. Drones have become powerful symbols of modern intelligence and military technology for NATO and the United States. The US began seriously developing military drones in the 1990s, with the MQ-1 Predator, first used in the Balkans and later armed with Hellfire missiles in Reconnaissance, Afghanistan and Iraq. Its success spawned the MQ-9 Reaper, capable of flying up to 15,000 meters for 24 hours non-stop. NATO's Alliance Ground Surveillance (AGS) program, based in Sigonella, Italy, uses the RQ-4D Phoenix to monitor European airspace and NATO's eastern borders. This drone can monitor 100,000 square kilometers in a single flight, transmitting real-time data to Allied command, all without sending manned aircraft into dangerous airspace. The modern war in Ukraine powerfully demonstrates that technology isn't just a tool, it's the core of a nation's survival strategy. Drones, whether high-tech NATO platforms or humble Ukrainian innovations, prove that innovation, creativity, and adaptability can effectively balance unequal forces. From this ongoing conflict, we learn that battlefield superiority isn't solely about expensive weapons. It's about human ability to learn quickly, adapt intelligently, and collaborate effectively. What Ukraine is accomplishing with drones today serves as an inspiring example to the entire world. How small technologies, when deployed intelligently and with discipline, can protect territory, save lives, and genuinely change the course of history. The future of warfare is here, and it's flying above Ukraine's battlefields right now.